Alright, hey guys, Chester back here today with another Destiny guide video, and this time we are going to be doing Regicide, which I'm going to warn you guys right now, this is probably going to be like my longest guide video ever. This is the mission where you have to go and fight orcs at the end. It is going to be a pain, I just want to let you guys know that. So try not to get too frustrated with this mission, because trust me, it will get frustrating, especially if you don't get it on the first try. I was lucky enough to get it on the first try. But anyways, once again, just go with whatever's comfortable with you for your loadout. I am once again going to recommend range, at least for your primary. With your secondary, I would say use a sidearm. That's just my personal preference. But as you see here, I do have hard light equipped, and I realized very quickly that was a mistake. You'll see me swapping out here in a minute. But, so you're going to head here, you're going to spawn on the Dreadnought, you're going to head over to the Mausoleum right here, and then you're going to have the Rupture right there. And you're going to have a lot of Fallen, or not Fallen, you're going to have a lot of Taken, and some Hive right here. So just go ahead and take them out real quick. Yeah, like I said, I realized very quickly that Hardlight was not a good one for this. Even though it does have very good ad clearing capabilities, it does not have the range necessary for this mission, because this is not just for ad fighting. This is, you actually have bosses in this one. There's at least 4 that I can count of, and one of them is right there, that Major Knight, or that Ultra Knight actually, I should say, and he can get it very annoying. So that's why I decided to have range. So yeah, so you can see here I am using my hard light, and it's not as effective as I want it to be with its range and accuracy at that range, no less. So it's kind of hard to land headshots, and you also want to have distance from your enemies so they have less chance of hitting you and damaging you. Because once I said, this mission will get very frustrating. It is one of the harder ones. It's actually the final mission in the game so far, not including the raids, of course. Well, I guess it's not really true, but it is the mission where you fight Oryx. And it's the last mission that they actually use for the Daily Heroic. All the ones after this mission aren't even, they don't use them on the Daily Heroic, to my knowledge anyways. So yeah, right here I switched to the Meter Multi-Tool, so this way I've got some range. And it works perfectly. As long as you can land precision shots, it definitely helps. Body shots can still do quite a bit of damage because it's a scout rifle. Yeah, anyway, so you're just going to take out this Tortured Knight here, and you got to take out all the other Taken and Hive in the area. And so the Rupture will then open, and then you can enter through it. And yeah, so once we get there, I'll discuss more on that. But yeah, so see here, just more Fallen you got to clear out. I do recommend an ad clearing subclass again, because there are a lot of ads, and something like Stormcaller actually works very, very well in this situation. Night Stalker isn't necessarily the best. Sunbreaker is still very good. It's still very recommended. I'm still going to run Night Stalker, just not as much as the other two, because with the way that you can build Sunbreaker and Stormcaller, they can be way better for this sort of situation than Night Stalker. Depending on how you build Night Stalker, though, it actually can be very effective for this one, and also how you use it. That's kind of the things about Hunters, is it's just kind of the way that you use their classes that differentiates how well they perform. But anyways, right here, so you're going to keep going, you're going to get to the Asylum here, and you're going to have a wave of Taken spawn. Once you take them out, another wave is going to spawn, and then you have to go through them. And there's going to be a lot of Scions. But yeah, once again, this is a great spot to have range, because you're going to be facing some Taken Hobgoblins and some Scions that are just easy to take out from ranges. You can see right here, if you just stay in this area right where I'm at, there's plenty of cover and plenty of openness to also be able to hit your enemies with range. And it just works perfectly. And like, well, the ones that need to get up close, like the Scions and the Captains here, they'll get on this bridge here, and they'll just be like, almost single file for the most part, and then you can just come in and wipe them out, no problem, with your super, or you can just stay back and shoot them comfortably from a distance. That's why I like range, is because you don't have to worry about getting up in the action too much, and you can kind of have more of an advantage over your enemies. But there are certain situations, like right there when I just used my super, that I had to go in and use it. I was able to get as many kills as I could, and then once it ran out, I backed off, and I went back to my range to stay comfortable. So this is definitely a mission where range and cover is going to be your best friend, because once again, there's a lot of enemies, like they're pretty decent sized waves of Taken, or in this case Consumed, since it is a Daily Heroic. But yeah, so as you can see here, just popping the Scions here from distance, since they're duplicating. But as long as you can land headshots, or even just 2 body shots with certain scout rifles, you know, you should be set. So I definitely don't recommend auto rifles and shotguns for this. You will struggle a lot, unless you were like amazing with up close and personal fighting. But once again, that's all up to you guys. Preference is all up to you. So anyways, once you kill them, this door up here will open. It'll say find Oryx, but you're going to enter this next room, and then there's going to be 2 more bosses, ones that Oryx previously took in the story. And one of them is a Centurion, and the other is an Ogre. The first one that will spawn most likely is the Centurion. You want to take him out first because he is the easier target. He definitely drops a lot faster. He's also a lot slower to move, so as long as you can stay behind cover and avoid his gun and just shoot him in the head repeatedly, you can take him down very quickly. And his health does not regenerate unlike the Ogre, so that's why I always recommend taking him out first, because you have less firepower on you at that point, and then you can easily focus on the Ogre more. And you do also need to kill some of these goblins because they will start to protect them. They will shield these guys, so you definitely want to take out those goblins as quick as possible so they don't get as annoying. But you see here, he's already dead for the most part. He's about to die here at the end of this clip, so... And right there, he's down. Now all I've got left to focus on is the Ogre. And as you can see here, he does have a healing ability, but it's, like, not really that bad. As long as you can continuously damage him and keep his health down. Try not to get backed into a corner with these guys if you need to. Circle around those rocks right there. I was kind of an idiot and started backing up. And I also got myself in the corner, but I was lucky, and I was able to use my Stormcaller to take him out. But yeah, so definitely, you circle around those rocks. They will give you good advantage and good cover. So if you're getting low on health, just start circling. And make sure you're stocked up on heavy ammo. Like if you see all these heavy ammo things here on the ground, be sure to pick them up and try to save them for Oryx is my recommendation. It will make your fight against him go a lot quicker. As you guys will see, I'm fast forwarding through a lot of this because this is a really long mission. But anyways, you're going to go through another rupture here. And you're just going to keep going. Still says find Oryx. But yeah, just keep going down the hallway. Be warned that right here, there is most likely going to be a loading screen. This happens for me every time I play this Daily Heroic. It's loaded there. It can vary depending on your internet speed. You might not even have it if you have good enough internet, but most of the time for me it loads. But anyways, right here you get to the trenchway, and there's just going to be a bridge that's going to appear, and there's going to be some taken enemies down there. Once again, great reason to have range. You can take them out before you go over the bridge, so you can avoid as much damage as possible that way. So you can pretty much kill them as soon as they spawn. I will warn you though, as soon as you get across here, and when you start going up the sets, a Phalanx will spawn. Taking Phalanx right there. Just go ahead and take him out really quickly. It's not a huge deal as long as you can hit him as he spawns so he doesn't get a shield up. Anyways, you're going to keep walking down the hallway here, and you're going to see this door is going to open up, and then it's going to have this whole dramatic scene of Oryx and his darkness. But anyways, as you're fighting Oryx, and it says Oryx drains your light, immediately start shooting him so that he can, so you can minimize the amount of super that he takes away from you. Because when it drains your light, it means like taking away energy from your super bar. So try to shoot him as much as possible during those, and like he'll throw back his sword whenever you've done enough damage that he'll stop doing it. So that's kind of a nice thing to carry. After a certain amount, though, he will teleport over here, and he will start draining your light again. And then once you get him down a little bit lower, he'll start making the air crackle and burn around you. You'll see that here in a second. When he does that, just kind of look up and you can see the spots where he does it. You can kind of see the ring right there of where he does it. It's just a constant damage area. Just try to stay out of it and you should be good. He'll do that like once or twice as long as you keep hitting him. And then he'll teleport back over here to this area right there, right at this altar. And he will start draining your light again, which is frustrating, but this is a great situation to have a high intellect. Or have something like a Stormcaller where you can build up your supercharge really quickly. As you guys can see here, or if you guys have probably noticed, my Stormcaller can very easily build a super. That's kind of the way I design him, which I will show you guys how to do that this Thursday. But anyways, let's go back to the fight here. So just keep kind of shooting at Oryx. He will start to charge you once you get him low enough on health. So just kind of duck behind cover every now and then. Keep popping a few shots at him. Save your heavy ammo. This is not the part where you're going to want to be using it. So, yeah, right here. Once he teleports you and then you're in this area, you're in his altar right now with the white surrounding you. Try to keep track of where he is in position to you. So just kind of try to follow him. So you always know where he's at. And whenever he spawns enemies, that's where he's at. Relative, but yeah, so once he'll fly out here, he'll go through phases where he flies out and attacks you, tries to smash you with his sword. That's when you want to pull your heavy and start shooting him. He will summon minions every now and then, but like I said, whenever he summons them, he's right behind them. So he might move after he summons them, but yeah, as you move along, the waves that he summons get more and more intense. But what he'll try to do is he'll try to spawn them and then come up from behind you, most likely. He doesn't always do that, and he'll sometimes do this, where he just walks out, and then if you start shooting at him, he'll walk back, and then just start going through his routine again. So just kind of keep track of him, keep track of where he is and all that, and just make sure you're ready. As soon as you see him start to glow with light, or as soon as he starts to shine, usually that's when he's coming out to attack you. So just be wary of that. That's why you want to keep track of him, so you can kind of tell what phase he's at or what part he is in his phase, so you can predict a little bit more and make it easier on yourself to kill him. So yeah, as you can see here, I've just kind of been wearing down his health with my heavy. And he's about to come back out here and make another round once I finish off these enemies. He doesn't wait for you to finish off the enemies. He can just come randomly during the wave. Like if you're only halfway through finishing him off, he'll come through or something like that. But anyways, right here, so you drop him. It will not at first tell you that you get your legendary marks, but it will give them to you anyways. So just be cautious of that. But anyways, guys, that's it for this guide video. I hope this was helpful to you guys. And yeah, so let's go for 10 likes on this video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you all in the next video, whenever that is. Peace out.